It's Wednesday!
Horse with halos, wishing for wings. Your children yearning for their disease.
I got some messages on my YouTube account going, Moose, what's going on with the band thing? I remember at the beginning of the vlogs you were talking about this band called The Dead, and then you're doing solo stuff, and you're talking about this other band, Classic Hollywood. Let me take a second to clear it up and set everything straight so you guys know what the crap I'm talking about. When I got here, it was just me. When I came to college, it was just me playing acoustic shows by myself. And anybody who knows me knows that if I have to do it more than once in a month, I hate it. So what I did was I started talking to people, and I found as many people as I could that played instruments. And that's when I met Shotgun, because he's the best drummer in Kansas, if not the world. So that's when we started hanging out. And his roommate at the time, Turtle, this is all during freshman year, Turtle said he had always wanted to learn how to play bass. And I was like, well, we need a bassist, and the only bassists I know in the area are kind of flaky, and we can't really, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'll teach you. I've been teaching bass for a couple of years now, and if you want to learn, I can teach you, and then you can be in our band. So that's when The Dead was formed. It was me on vocals and guitar, Luke on drums, and Turtle on bass, and Germ helped us out. He decided to be our lyricist, and with his poetic talent, and there's no sarcasm there, he's a brilliant poet. He helped us out writing some lyrics, and we played, a little bit here and there. Mostly it was just noise complaints from the other dorm residents, but it was fun. So The Dead was a lot of fun, and then Luke and I said, as fun as The Dead is, it's not making a lot of money, and we need, you got to spend money to make money. You need to be able to fund a band. So Luke and I started Classic Hollywood, which was just the two of us, him on drums, me on guitar, and then we kind of take turns on vocals. Now as we've gone along, it's really just been me on vocals, but if he really wants to sing something, I'm not going to say no. So anyway, there was that. And so it was good. And The Dead kind of slowed down, which really made me sad, because The Dead was a horror punk band that I thought was really cool. And we played Misfits covers and stuff like that, and that kind of slowed down. Meanwhile, we focused mainly on Classic Hollywood, which is an alternative Death Cab for Cutie, kind of mellowed out kind of band. And then Adam, Mad Cow, came to me and said, dude, I'm starting a Black Sabbath, kind of old metal style metal band, and you should I want you to play lead guitar. So I was like, sweet, I'm in. So that's when Shores of Acheron started, and that was pretty cool. We had a couple of practices, but we couldn't seem to get all the band members together at one time, so that sadly died. It was a good idea. It was a valiant effort, but we just didn't have the resources. So that died. And then Adam came back and said, well, hey, what if you and me just did some acoustic stuff? So I said, absolutely, let's do that. So we started White Tree, which is really just like a folk cover acoustic duet kind of deal, like Tenacious D, but more calm and with less craziness. The Dead was no longer The Dead. We decided to switch genres to cowboycore. Now, for those of you who don't know what cowboycore is blues, country, and metal all thrown together. If you want, you can look up Maylene and the Sons of Disaster. They are the definition of cowboycore, if you're curious. So that's Maylene and the Sons of Disaster. Look them up. Anyways, so we changed the genre to that, and we decided we were going to be called Burning the Fields. And because I was now going from speed picking and power chords from punk rock to like really complex blues metal riffs, Now I was too busy with my hands to focus on singing, so we decided to find a fourth member to do vocals. And so far, no luck. We haven't been able to find anyone. If you're watching this and you're a metal vocalist and you can do, you know, the screams but also like hold a note, we would like to hear from you. So message, comment, do whatever, get a hold of us because we need a front man. So after that it changed. Luke and I had no outlet for punk rock. Our punk thing had just kind of died. And so as we were, you know, on his birthday, we were in the car listening to the classics, you know, and doing our best imitations of Jello Biafra and Glenn Danzig and Johnny Rotten and all the great punks. And unfortunately, you know, we wanted to do it again, but we didn't have a means of doing so. So Luke said, you know, I kind of miss punk. I was like, dude, I was thinking the same thing. So that's when we started the Unnatural Causes, which is a punk cover group. I'm on bass, Luke is on vocals, Turtle is on bass. We thought it would be fun to have two basses. And Mad Cow, Adam, was on guitar. So it was a neat idea, but the more Luke and I thought about it, the more we realized punk is fun, but we don't need an exclusive band to do it. And we're already in like 4 bands anyway, right? So that died. So the Unnatural Causes died, and the Dead became Burning the Fields. Shores of Acheron died, and so that's that. So to cap it all off, because I'm sure you're tired of me rambling about the million bands I've been in within the past 9 months, the bands you need to worry about are Burning the Fields, Classic Hollywood, and really that's it. Burning the Fields and Classic Hollywood. In the end, the original 2 bands are the only ones left. However, we are working on other projects. Luke and I are going to do a, I guess you could call it MySpace core kind of deal, where there's only 2 of us, but we record all the instruments we know how to play, and it sounds like a complete band. And we're going to do a deathcore album under the name The Bay Harbor Butchers, for you Dexter fans out there. That will be Luke on drums and vocals, me on bass, both guitars and vocals, and we're just going to do a quick EP of deathcore covers from Psycho Stick, Whitechapel, Job for a Cowboy, stuff like that, you know, the craziness. And that's just going to be a 1 album thing, so message me if you want a copy. We'll be working on that later. I'm also still a member of White Tree, although it's really more of a live project since we won't be recording or writing anything that I know of. You'd have to talk to Adam about that because he's the band leader. I'm just really more of an accompanist than anything else. So I just wanted to set the record straight on the bands, because there's no way you could figure it out on your own because it is way too complicated. So the bottom line, Burning the Fields needs a front man. Classic Hollywood is playing shows like all the time. Like we're booking shows as we speak. We have a show this Friday, and I will get that in the vlogs. What else? And then White Tree and the Bay Harbor Butchers are the kind of the back burner projects. Still important, but not a live practice kind of thing. So yeah, I thought I'd set you guys straight on that. So message me if you want. I will have it in the vlogs whenever we practice and whenever we have a show coming up. I will advertise the hell out of it because it's my livelihood. So there you have it. Thanks for asking.